everyone, I hope you're all really well. So it's another first impressions video today. It's another foundation, and I thought I'd try and film it in my new filming location because I do seem to prefer the setup and the lighting out here, so hopefully this will all work out really well. My little boy is just over there, so hopefully he's going to keep himself entertained. It's all a bit of an experiment. We're on our way out, and I had some foundation samples turn up, and when foundation samples arrive, I just cannot wait to get stuck in there and try them. So today I'm trying the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I've got two different shades because I wasn't quite sure which one I would be. Vanilla and Nude, I think it is. I've got my beauty blender, my Zoeva 104, which is already stained. I'm gutted about that, and I can't seem to get the stain out, so sad face. Anyway, let's get you zoomed in a little bit more and let's chuck some of this on my face. Okay, so if I look this way a bit, it's because I've got a big mirror there rather than just using the viewfinder. In terms of stuff going on my skin, not too much at the moment. Usual sort of pigmentation marks on my forehead that I've had for ages. I've got a couple of little spots, nothing major, and then my usual nightmare to cover chin area, which I'm sure I will talk about at some point in the future. Right, so let's get these samples out. Like I said, I wasn't quite sure which one to go for, so I've gone for two. Let's try the Nude first. This is what it looks like. Just take a bit out. I'm just going to swatch some on my cheek, or jaw area. I think Nude was the darker one of the two. Now let's just try Vanilla. It's quite a bit runnier than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be really kind of thick and creamy, because you literally dab your finger in and you do get quite a lot off. I'm not sure, because both of them are looking a little bit jarring. This one looks really yellow. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, and this one looks really pink. I do have more sort of pinkish undertones, so maybe I'll go with the Nude. Let's go with the Nude. Yeah, this is probably one of the messiest samples I've ever had, actually, because it just kind of, it's getting everywhere, because it's a lot runnier than I was expecting it to be. I don't really want to waste any, but right, I'm not going to prime my face. It's all freshly washed and moisturised, but I'm not going to prime it because I want to see how well it does on its own. Like I said, I've got my beauty blender and brush, so I think I'm going to do one side of my face with the brush and the other side of my face with the sponge, just to see if it makes much of a difference. So I'm going to start off with the sponge. I think I've been really enjoying using the beauty blender again. I've been loving my brush, but I don't know, I've been quite enjoying using the beauty blender and the finish that I've been getting. Right, let's kind of try and dot this around a little bit fairly. Like I said, it's a lot runnier. I don't know why I was expecting it to be a bit creamier than that, but lighting from me looking in the mirror isn't as good as it usually is. I usually like to apply my makeup on my windowsill in my bedroom, because the lighting, it's just pure natural lighting, whereas in here it's a bit more artificial, so it's a bit tricky to tell how it's going on. What I can see in the viewfinder, that's, you know, much more of a natural light as far as I can tell. I mean, from what I can see in the mirror, it's obviously one side beauty blended, other side not touched at all. It actually looks quite nice. I think the colour looks quite nice as well. It's blended beautifully. It's really light, but it seems to have covered quite well. Right, let's do the brush the other side. So that's both sides done. It's lovely. I think this is showing up fairly well on camera. I mean, I can see that blemish peeking through there, but it's just evened everything out really nicely, and that is essentially all you kind of want from a foundation. So I'm blending the side that I shouldn't be touching. Automatic habit. I don't usually do these whole half and half of my face, but I'm just going to have a quick look in the mirror just up close. I mean, it does actually seem to look quite nice. It's very lightweight, which I really like about it actually. It feels really nice actually as well. It just seems to have dried down really nice and quick. Doesn't feel, I don't know, it feels lovely. Sorry, my powers of description have kind of evaded me today. In a few areas it's still a little bit tacky, but compared to some of the other foundations that I've tried, it's blended lovely. It's very lightweight, but it's covered really nicely, and it just seems to have kind of dried down really nicely. I'm going to get on with the rest of my makeup and I will be back in just a second. Okay, so there's the rest of my makeup done. In the short sort of few minutes it took me to apply the rest of my makeup, it's dried down even more and it just feels really lightweight and lovely. The only thing I added was a bit of concealer under my eyes. I've not primed at all, I've not done any powder. I do want to see how this performs on its own. I've not concealed anywhere else other than under my eyes because I think it gives like a really nice natural finish, which, you know, if you've got a few things peeking through, I think it just makes it look all the more realistic. And for the first time I've not actually concealed my chin area, which is something I've always done, something I'm really paranoid about, but I've had a really good look in natural daylight and I think it's about passable. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera because I probably do look a little bit pasty from what I can see, but it's a very lightweight foundation. It feels really comfortable. It seems to give like a really natural luminosity to the skin as well. I'm really pleased with it so far, so it'll be interesting to see how it wears. Like I said, it's dried down really nicely and it just feels really comfortable. So anyway, we're off out now. We're taking my little boy to his swimming lesson, and I'll take you guys along with us and I'll check back in with you as and when I need to. So I'm just back checking in with you. I forgot to mention earlier that I actually applied this at about 8 o'clock this morning. Wasn't the most sort of chatty kind of application at all. I was a bit distracted sort of trying to get ready to go out, but anyway, what time is it now? It is coming up for 12:30. So it's been on for a good 4 hours. I think it's looking really nice. Bearing in mind I've only got concealer under my eyes. I've got a mirror with me as well, so I can just have a look in that. I'm back in my old filming location just purely because the boys, when I say boys I mean my husband and my son, are watching Paddington in the lounge, which is my new filming location. I always ask my husband what he thinks of how a foundation looks when I'm testing one out, because he's really honest with me, and he did say that my forehead was looking a bit shiny on my nose, which I could kind of see anyway, but I said to him I'm not too bothered because my aim isn't to go for completely matte flat skin. That used to be how I wanted my face to look because it was so oily, and I kind of felt like I needed to go as far away from anything dewy or shiny at all. But now I'm just trying to kind of embrace that luminosity a little bit, as long as it doesn't go too far. So I was kind of cool with that. And that's not really changed. I'm not really sure if it's picking up at all on the camera, but I am shiny and slightly sticky, oily to the touch, but it's really nothing major. My nose looks quite shiny, but again, it's really nothing major. I didn't powder either, so if something like that was to really bother you, then I guess you could obviously use a setting powder to try and make things a little bit more matte. In terms of the coverage, it's still looking good. I mean, like I said, I don't actually mind allowing some imperfections to show through, because at the end of the day, that's kind of what makes you look a bit more like it's natural skin as opposed to lots and lots of makeup. I mean, I'd love to find a product that kind of does quite a few things. I didn't build any of it up anywhere, so I might experiment with maybe letting one layer dry down and then trying to build up another layer on the top. Colour wise, I think it's okay. I'll be interested to see what the lighter one looks like. Maybe I'll try that one tomorrow. I think I can just about get away with it. My husband did say I didn't blend particularly well down my neck on this side, which I think I've rectified now. That's my check-in for the moment from the sort of 4 hours in mark. I'll do one again just before I'm about to take it off, which will be in another, good few hours time. I meant to apologise earlier about my terrible messy hair today. It needs a cut. I'm getting it cut in a week, and I can't be bothered with it at the moment. So this is proper like mum hair, chuck it up, forget about it. Anyway, I will see you again in my last check-in. Hi everyone, so final impressions time. Light today's been absolutely rubbish. Let me just take my glasses off. I think this is probably a pretty fair representation of reality. I've just been looking at some of the older footage, and you can see that for my sort of midway 4 hour point check-in, my forehead looks really shiny. I don't think it was actually that shiny in real life, but it didn't feel massively greasy, and it still doesn't now, which is pretty good for me, really. Normally it's all like but yeah, I'm really liking this. I do have some dry bits on my cheeks, and it has sort of gathered there a little bit, to be honest. I probably just need to exfoliate, which I will do tomorrow or maybe today. I don't know. That doesn't matter. But it's worn quite well. It has worn off a little bit. Some of my more tricky areas have started to show through, but obviously I didn't set it. I didn't use a primer. I'd be very interested to see how this wears with a primer. But I mean, all in all, I think this looks really natural. The promise of the fact that it's supposed to look like just your skin, but better, I think is probably quite fair, really. It does look natural, which is why I wasn't too worried about concealing everything too much, because I think I can kind of get away with this. in the sort of scale of, has she got makeup on? Has she not? I mean, maybe that's pushing it a bit, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. I've got the other shade to try as well. This was Nude. I've got the Vanilla, which was the more yellowy one to try, so I'm a bit like, not sure about that one, but I'm actually really liking this. I think further testing is required, but I'm not really oily at all. Like I said, I have been a bit kind of shiny, but you know, nothing like, oh, look at her, she looks gross. At least I don't think so anyway. My husband's very honest, and I think he would have told me if it looked that bad. So yeah, for the moment, Born This Way by Too Faced gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you very much for creating it. I'm actually quite excited. I'm really looking forward to putting it on again and just seeing how it wears. So yeah, really pleased. I hope you found this interesting. If you did, just give me a thumbs up down below just to let me know. That would be really great, thank you. And I will see you again soon. I've got more samples on their way because that quest for the Holy Grail just... yeah, that's why they call it Holy Grail, I guess, because it is quite difficult to find. But anyway, it's time to go, I think, because it's reached that kind of crazy time of day. I hope everyone's well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!